Hey there, this is Sheri Helvey in Colorado, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about being consistent. I know many of us probably have that issue sometimes when we have this goal out there and we're consistent for a while and then all of a sudden we fall off. I mean, maybe you can think of a time in your life where you wanted to lose weight and you were consistent for a while and all of a sudden one day you just didn't work out anymore, or you didn't watch what you were eating and you slowly fell off of being consistent. um, I have my reason of why I think people are not successful when they have this goal out there, and why all of a sudden one day they just aren't consistent anymore. But before I get to that, I want to tell you a story. I want to share a story with you, and it's about my dad, and it's a little bit on the personal side. But he went through a major surgery a couple years ago and had some complications, and we almost lost him. And it was a long haul. I mean, had its ups and downs, and we finally brought him home with us. But in the midst of all that, he ended up with a catheter. And it's not fun for the person, obviously, that has the catheter, and it's not fun for the family members that have to care for that person that has a catheter. And he, going to the doctor just said, totally failed the tests that they had to go through, and said, more than likely, you're going to have to wear that catheter the rest of your life. You're not going to be able to get rid of it. And I tell you, that was one thing in his life that he did not want to have. And a nurse said, just kind of in passing, she says, there's might be one thing that can help him out, and that's just walking, but don't get your hopes up, but, it might help, but, usually it doesn't. So, we all perked up at that and thought, oh, okay, we're going to hold on to that walking thing and see if, we can turn things around for my dad. So I will tell you that my dad was so consistent about walking. I mean, day in and day out. He never missed a day. We'd either walk him, take him for, us kids would take turns. We'd take him walking out to a park, to a rec center if the weather was bad. If one of us couldn't be with him that day, he would walk around his house. And I mean, just every single day he walked. He was consistent. He never fell off of doing that. And why do you think that was? He had this why, this huge why out there, and his why was to get rid of that catheter. He did not want to have that catheter. And he was determined. And he walked in, I mean, a few months went by and he went in for another test, and they took the catheter out. The doctors could not believe it, could not believe that he got rid of his catheter. And so, you've probably guessed by now, but, that is why I believe people are not consistent. They might be in the beginning, they have this drive, but they don't have this why out there. They don't have this why of really what they want to reach. This goal out there, and it's got to be bigger than yourself. And so that, when you're starting off doing things, whether it be in your business or trying to quit smoking or lose weight or whatever, that when you hit a stumbling block in the road, that you will just drive right through that. You will just go right through that wall. It doesn't matter, because your why is so big that it doesn't matter. You're going to be consistent and you're going to keep going. And a lot of that has to do with persistency too. And I think they kind of go hand in hand, consistency and persistency. So if you want to learn more about this and what we're learning at the Empower Network, click the link below and take a look at what we're doing. Take a look, and we will see you at the top. Thanks. Bye-bye.